In today's video, I want to go over a PlayStation 5 bug that some people had. I personally actually had it, and I didn't even know it was a widespread issue, and that's the PlayStation 5 download queue bug. Has a fix, no longer requires a factory reset. For me personally, I had this issue right when I got my PlayStation 5, literally I think day one. It did not require me to do a factory reset, but I did have to remove everything from my download queue, and then I had to restart my PlayStation 5, so take that for what you will. Seems like it was an issue that persisted for some people, so we'll go over that. And also, PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan teases potential PlayStation 5 Game Pass service news. We'll talk that in just a little bit. The PlayStation 5 has had a few issues at launch. I'll talk about, like, the couple of issues that I had in just a second. However, as PlayStation's Twitter account noted, if you've experienced issues downloading games with queued for download or view detail messages on PlayStation 5, please update the system software to the latest version, start your PlayStation 5 in safe mode, then rebuild the database, see PS5 safe mode options, and there will be a link. I'll put a link in the description box below to the tweet, and you could get help on that as well. So I had an issue very similar to this. I bought the majority of my games on disc, but there was some content that I had to download, and I was downloading a couple of the PlayStation 4 games I had so I could test them out and see how they would run. And the first time I tried to download a bunch of stuff, yes, stuff got stuck in the queue and it just got paused in the queue forever. I had to remove everything from my queue, then I turned my PlayStation 5 off and on. Seems like that's like the fix for stuff that I've been using since I was like 6 years old, but nevertheless, it worked, and I added everything to my download queue, and that's how I fixed the issue. I didn't even realize that it was persisting for some people, so this seems like to be a more widespread fix for people that are experiencing this issue for a longer period of time. I also want to tell you guys one issue. So I got Assassin's Creed Valhalla on disc, so I installed that and I went to play it, right? So I probably play it for 3 to 4 hours. And as I'm doing this, I got a couple of drinks in me, so I'm playing it, and I'm kind of out of it, so I'm like, alright, let me just stop playing Valhalla so I don't get completely out of the loop in the story, and I just wanted to do some late-night Call of Duty, so I eject the Assassin's Creed disc, and I swear to God, I wake up the next morning, and Assassin's Creed has been deleted from my SSD. My PlayStation 5 was on the whole time. That could either be something that was an issue with the PlayStation 5, or it could have been me accidentally, like, deleting the game instead of ejecting the disc from my console. I don't know. I feel like me accidentally deleting the game, like, I'd have to be pretty dumb to do that even if I was a little bit intoxicated. And yeah, literally I wake up and I'm like, yo, why is Assassin's Creed Valhalla not here? I played it like the other day, which would be the prior day from me waking up this time, and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was in there. I'm like, what is going on? I can see all the other games I have installed. It's not an issue of the game only shows up if you have the disc in, and then I put in the Assassin's Creed Valhalla disc, and I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta install the game. Thankfully, the save was still there. But yeah, who knows? I talked to a few people about that happening, and they were like, dude, that sounds impossible for you to be dumb enough to accidentally delete a game. Sounds like some bug happened or something. I don't know. Take that for what you will. I don't think that's a widespread issue either. So, but I definitely did have the queue for download issue, but for me, it wasn't this hard to fix. I just removed everything from my queue, restarted my PlayStation 5. Everything was good to go after that. And we were rolling after that. One other thing that I did not realize, PlayStation 5, DualSense controller. The microphone is automatically on all the time. Yes, I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War the other day. Go on the multiplayer, I'm like, oh crap. Everybody can hear me talking about sushi right now. As I had a friend over and we were planning on getting sushi, the entire lobby could hear me talking about sushi and my plans to get sushi later. But nevertheless, thankfully, you can mute that in the settings, so I would recommend you do that if you do not want your microphone on all the time. The DualSense does have a built-in microphone, which makes it an even sicker controller for everything that it has going on for it. I personally am not as high on the controller as everybody else, but I can attest to the fact that under the hood, it's got a lot going on for it, so that's pretty cool. Alright, moving on from that, PlayStation CEO teases potential PlayStation 5 Game Pass service news. So Game Pass is something that I've talked about quite a bit, and it's definitely the most appealing factor to me about Xbox. I think Game Pass is the best thing Xbox has going for it. I mean, the games that they have on there, there's a lot of titles. The Microsoft first-party titles, while they are relatively few and far between at this stage of the game, you've still got Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, Halo MCC, I believe Halo 5 is on there. There's a lot of high-quality titles on Game Pass, and the fact that you have it on PC and Xbox makes it even better. Doom Eternal got added. EA Access is a part of it. There's a lot of quality in Game Pass, and the value for it is just insane. Like, if I was younger and I had all the time in the world to play my backlog of games when I was in, like, middle school, high school, growing up, what a value that was when you are on a really tight budget and you can just pay $10 a month and getting access to a bevy of high-quality titles. It's not just, games people don't want to play. Red Dead Redemption 2 is freaking on there. There's a lot of great games on there. Yakuza, Final Fantasy games, so many quality titles. And at some point, PlayStation is going to have to face the issue, can we continue charging $70 per game when the competition has a $10 a month subscription service, and at the same time, they're putting out high-quality first-party titles as well, whether it be the Bethesda games, whether it be games like Avowed, a new Forza, a new Halo, whatever. They are amassing a high-quality first-party lineup, and Sony has to question, we're gonna put out a lot of first-party games, but when you see one service is $10 a month, the other platform, it's $70 a pop for the games, you do have to, ascertain whether or not you do have to make some changes from a value standpoint. And in an interview, Jim Ryan did talk to the Russian outlet TASS and talked a little bit about Xbox Game Pass, noting there's actually news to come, but just not today. We have PlayStation Now, which is our subscription service, and that's available in a number of markets. PlayStation Now, of course, is not the same thing as Game Pass. It's a good platform. I just think the issue with PlayStation Now is that it's always going to have the comparison to Game Pass Now, and it's just not the value proposition that Game Pass is. It's a good value, but it's always going to be compared to Game Pass, and it's just not on that value level. If one day we could get a PlayStation version of Game Pass and all the first-party games were put on there, that would be incredible. I don't know if that's the best thing to do from an economical standpoint, given the fact that Ghost of Tsushima selling like millions upon millions of copies, and you have these PlayStation games selling so well at $70 a pop, $60 a pop. Can you actually go back on that and start a subscription service for $10 a month? Are you going to end up losing money, or would it be the turnaround of subscribers that you get? You're actually making a lot more money. Sony's already offering, a lot of games as a part of like the Plus subscription with the Instant Game Collection. If you're a PlayStation Now subscriber, you get monthly PS Plus titles, but the offering of Game Pass is just on another level that at some point, when Microsoft is rolling out, high-quality AAA first-party title, which I ultimately expect that is a goal for Microsoft, we'll see if that comes to fruition, Sony and PlayStation is going to be put in a position, hey, do we also go this route of a subscription service where all of our games are on here as well, or they have to look into that as a potential offering. But that's going to wrap up this video. Again, if you have the download queue bug, go ahead and go into save mode, rebuild your database, and it should be good to go. Let me know if you guys have had any other issues with your PlayStation 5. Look, I was expecting some initial bugs, and my experiences with the PlayStation 5 initially have been so good. I've had such a great time playing some of these games. 60 frames per second is a godsend. Having that regularly on console games, I know like Watch Dogs Legion is still 30 FPS, but AC Valhalla has been 60 FPS, which has been just fantastic. I mean, those games had some frame rate dips on PlayStation 4 and PS4 Pro even, so having that at a pretty solid 60 FPS from what I can notice, that's been a really good experience. And me saying that about Assassin's Creed, given that I've been kind of down on Assassin's Creed, that should tell you I'm having a relatively good time with it. And let me know your thoughts on a PlayStation Game Pass service. Is it something you would look into if they were starting to offer all the first-party titles on top of, backlog titles and things of that nature as a part of a subscription service? Do you ultimately see PlayStation going down that path? Sound off in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.